and welcome to the mathleague YouTube channel. The following video was recorded by one of our staff members live at one of our contests.
Hello everyone, I'm Isaac and I'll be presenting the hardest target problem, target 8. So let's get on it. Here it is. So let's read the problem first. Arona has an attendance card with a grid of 10 boxes. As shown here, every day for 10 days, she stamps one of the boxes with restrictions that she can only stamp a box in the bottom row if the box directly above it has been stamped. She must stamp the bottom right box on the last day, and she cannot stamp the top right box on the second to last day. And how many orders can Arona stamp her attendance card over these 10 days? So, in other words, if we wanted to stamp this box here, we would have to stamp this one first, and then this. So one possible order might look something like this, and we can stamp some boxes in the top row before the bottom row like this. That would not be valid, but we can stamp them in an order, something like this. Okay, so how are we going to account for the order in which these stamps are done? Well, here's a clever trick that we can do. These stamps in these columns are the same type of stamps. So one of these stamps has to be stamped before the other. So let's go ahead and call this column A, and this column B, C, D, and E. Okay, so now what happens is that we can rearrange these letters. There are 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 2 D's, and 2 E's, and we can arrange them in any way. And if we have some string of letters, for example, A, B, A, C, C, E, T, B, D, E, for example, then how we can read this is the first A is going to be the first stamp here. So this is going to be our first stamp. We'll just do 1 here. And then our first B is going to be the first stamp in here. So this is going to be the next stamp over. Then our next stamp here, this is our second A. So it's going to be the second stamp in this column. So this is going to be third. And we can keep on going like this. So this is our example. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's how I can stamp these in order, and that takes care of the first condition. What about our other 2 conditions? She must stamp the bottom right box on the last day. That just means that E has to be the last letter, and she cannot stamp the top right box on the second to last day. So that means that this first E has to not be in this spot here. So it could be in any of the other 8 spots. So what is our total number of ways to rearrange the strings? Well, the E has to go in the last E has to go in the last spot, and this other E can go in one of these 8 other spots. So one of these 8 other spots. So that's 8 ways to place the E. Then we just need to place the A's, B's, C's, and D's in the other spots. So if you know the Mississippi formula, this is just 8 factorial over 2 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial times 2 factorial. And if we simplify this, this comes out to 8 factorial over 2 equals to 20,160. All right, thank you for attending.
Hi everybody, this is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do: like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.